Only joking. We're gonna race that. Welcome to this episode of Heartbreak Garage. I'm really sorry that there hasn't been much content lately, but it's been a massively busy time. I've been putting stuff on TikTok and Insta about me everyday stuff, so you can catch me on there if you really want to. I'm not sure whether you do, you know. Sympathy, I'd really like. That'd be good. Just subscribe for sympathy. Anyway, we're back on the Fiesta Ecoboost. It's been ages, this thing's been sitting here. I've been doing my dad's cars, I've been doing Codys motorbike, I've been doing my niece's car and my uncle's car and everyone's car, and I haven't had enough time. Plus, I'm trying to stop drinking Monster. I haven't had any this week, so I'm really struggling with that because it's like, have a Monster, have a Monster, have a Monster, have a Monster, fix Cody's car, I need to do the race bike, got to fix my own van, and blah blah blah, and I haven't had one yet, but I'm struggling, so I'm on coffees with 2 coffees and 1 sugar to get that sorted. Anyway, back to the car. We need to get this thing underway. It's going to be a struggle, but we need to find out how bad it is, so I want to get the engine out and get the cylinder head off. First of all though, all this is mounted really badly and it needs a bit of love. So we're just going to start by taking the entire front end off and all the pipe work. Then we can get into the wiring and get that sorted, and then I can get the cylinder head off, get the timing cover off, get the cylinder head off and see exactly what's going on and whether we can actually save this engine. So that's what we're going to do. So I'll prop you up now and you can watch me and Cody rag the front of the car off to get down to the nuts and bolts and the finickities and the mechanicalness of what's actually causing the issues. So if it don't fit, don't force it, and I'm really sorry if I'm a bit on edge.
Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these f***ing clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it.
Only joking. That's better. Now we can take the front panel off. So in there, they've rounded off the Torx drive to the oil return, but they've also rounded it off, can you see, at the turbo side. But I still believe the turbo is good from what I can feel of it, but I definitely know we've got issues with the engine. So for accessibility, I'm going to have to take it off this end with a hammer and chisel, because I can get them out when it's on the bench off the turbo and not wreck it. We know the crank's gone and the block's probably knackered, so I'll take a hammer and chisel to the block side rather than the turbo side. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Are you with me? But because I'm an expert mechanic, it just comes off as easy as that.
Oh, they're just in tightening it.
No, they did tighten it enough. That's why they've rounded it off. If they hadn't, they've actually probably over tightened it. That's why they've just destroyed it. Everything. Right. So we've got the bolt, and there's the little horseshoe clamp. So we'll undo these bolts here and hopefully just lift the turbo off and out the way. We could do with a box to put these nuts and bolts in. Right. Turn the camera off. The feed pipe was a mess and the oil return pipe bolts were a mess. They've actually put new nuts and bolts, well, studs and nuts on here, and they weren't the tightest in the world. They just came straight off. So although the oil fittings were a mess, they've put new studs there, so all is forgiven. Obviously, that makes everything okay because they've used new studs there. And there's the little dinky little turbo. Dinky little turbo.
Can we put a bigger one on?
Well, let's just make it work first. I mean, excuse my language. Let's just make it work first, Codys. Goodness sake.
Do you reckon like a Focus ST one would fit?
So, just have a look at that. Holy sheesh.
Focus.
Come on now. Right, so
A mess.
Let's get this off, and then we can strip some more. So I'm just going to take some heat shields off now, and we will bring you back. Take the battery out as well and get all that wiring out of the way, and then I'll bring you back to discuss. We'll discuss and ruminate over our findings. Right, so I'm starting to realise why so many of these plugs, although the tabs are snapped off, are hard to get out. And if Cody, if you want to have a look here, we can see that is super glue. So the tabs have been broken, and then they've super glued a lot of the plugs in. So we're going to have to rectify this. I'll have to figure out the best way to do it, but I'll keep you informed. So this is the engine wiring loom from the Fiesta. This is the nervous system of the car. All the signals going from sensors to the ECU and the return signals to things like injectors and coils all run through this. Plus the starter main feed and the alternator runs through this, all the injector wiring and everything. And we can see in a lot of places, like here, it has been chafed and rubbed. All the clips and brackets are broken, and a lot of the clips have been snapped and glued by people that don't want to take their time and do it right. So I'm going to examine this as well when I do the turbo and decide whether I'm going to repair it or whether we're just going to get another one. And we'll put that there on the don't forget me table with the shocking bolt. I'm going to keep that. Anyway, right, so now the front's off, the turbo's out, a lot of the ancillaries are off, the wire. We ready?
Yep.
Going? Right, we've had to resort to phone cam because I have used all the available space on my SIM card now. I haven't got another one on the big camera with a microphone, so I'm sorry if it sounds shitty. But I've undone the drive shaft, dummy shaft clamp thing that bolts it to the back of the block. It's all loose. The bell housing is undone. I'm going to take the engine mount, and now me and Cody are just going to lift this out because Cody's a welder, fabber in heavy engineering, and I'm now a truck mechanic, so we can do things like this. So don't try it at home, but we can't be bothered getting the engine hoist from behind the shed. So if it don't fit, don't force it, and let's get this engine out. Take that bracket off, unhook that pipe off the end of it. That pipe there. Move that pipe. Right, just chill. Just make sure we're all on top. Does it all look on top? You ready? Right, you unhook pipe, I've got the engine. Right. Well.
Good job, you're a big strong lad, isn't it?
Big strong boy. My mummy said I was a big strong boy. Right, get us a wooden block out the back of the van.
Yeah. Where in the back?
There should be some there. Look towards. Is there some under that by that bucket? There's one there. That one will do. Anything, just to get under the front of it. Just to stop it falling over. Okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Still recording?
Still recording. So we have got the engine out of the Fiesta. Well done, Cody. You did a brilliant job.
Didn't do anything.
So, there we go. Right. Now it's time to take the cylinder head off, but I think that's enough for today. I need my tea. So, probably Friday I'll be back and I'll take the head off this, strip the engine, and I'll also look at Roy's Mini. So, from me and from Cody, What'd you say, Codes?
If it don't fit, don't force it.
I'm going to make another video on Friday about stripping the engine. There's more van videos to come. If it don't fit, don't force it.